Hey everybody, it's Rick O'Shea playing MPQ Marvel Puzzle Quest. Thanks for jumping on the video once again. It is still anniversary time for a couple of weeks here, and we're having a great experience so far with the anniversary, the things they put together, and now in the brand new Places of Power, the Alliance Raid event has been pretty fun so far. Take a quick look. We will get into some nodes in the Places of Power. I'm in Sokovia in the deadly nodes, so we're gonna see about doing a full run through, basically just like a PvE run through, but since timing isn't as much of a factor for speed, we can play teams that are kind of fun, cool, or hopefully interesting, and we'll get into that in a little bit. So the rewards are fantastic in this Places of Power event. Hopefully you and your alliance figured out how to best spread out your teammates and get the most out of the rewards pool. So we will do some nodes in DDQ, including the Crash of the Titans. So let's start there first, and then after we do all of that action, I think I'll split the video set into two different videos, and we got a whole bunch of tokens to pull and rewards to add into our basically the champion reward levels to add in, because I didn't do a bunch of those from last time. So let's hit it up in the required character node in DDQ and get a quick run through with Sentry. I got a 3-star team lined up here that actually plays pretty well, and as far as it goes as a team, they're not rated, you know, a top team, but I'm going to try to show you that this can be pretty fast and efficient. Let's get into it. Okay, so the point here is that Sentry creates a pretty strong strike tile, and Psylocke has a nice red that creates strike tiles as well, and then a black ability that creates attack tiles. All that together with Falcon on the team, every time you match yellow, he's going to strengthen those special tiles. So we're going to try to make a quick rush. I was hoping to get a bunch of green because Sentry's World Rupture green ability is super deadly, actually, when you have a bunch of strike tiles on the board. Other than that, he's not the best well-designed character in the game by far. But I have fun with him once in a while. There's a nice extra move drop. Wow. Okay. Dakin is already out of this one. That's surprising. Ran a little too good there. See if we can get this green going for World Rupture. If not, we're just going to end the match efficiently and get it over with. Green and yellow, red, black on the drop. Nice cascade there. Alright, so we almost have our green. Let's do this. And here we go. So what I like to do is play Sentry's green ability as soon as you know you're going to be able to get enough yellow to play his strike tile. And you don't have to have it ready since it's a 3-turn countdown. You're going to lose some of your countdowns no matter what you do. You don't really need to play your strike tile early in case it gets matched away. That's bad to lose. A couple countdowns you can deal with it, but you don't want to lose your strike. Eneos is on the chat. How's it going, man? Yep, I caught you on a couple other MPQ streams out there. I know Kevin just wrapped up. Hopefully he'll get back in the action. I can't believe how much ISO that guy has banked up. It's pretty crazy. He's fun to watch. So now we have our red ready to play for Psylocke. And I hope we don't lose too many more countdowns here, because this is going to end it for sure. Let's move over to Beast since he has the most health, and need to turn the animations back on. Let's play Sentry's Sacrifice. Don't go at the bottom. It went at the top. Perfect. Alright, so here we go. Our World Rupture countdowns are just about ready to count down. We've got this really strong strike tile, over 700 on the board, and that's going to be the damage added to every single countdown that's going to go off. Let's hit Beast once, and oh, how in the world are we going to lose that strike tile with magic at the top? We still are going to get enough damage to do it, but it's so much better with the strikes. All right, I'll take the win. We're going to move in with... that match went a little too quickly. But, hey, let's go right into the next match in the Big Enchilada. We're going to keep Sentry in just because he's fun. We're going to grab a couple of 4-stars that can play some interesting mechanics off of the countdowns that we will get if we can play World Rupture again. We're going to bring in Drax. He's got a really powerful component with his purple that adds damage to any countdown that expires. And let's see. Yep, we'll keep his red at 3, his black at 5. And then I also want to grab... Oh, it went too far. I want to grab his buddy. His boss, maybe you want to call him that. 4-star Star-Lord, just because it's going to be automatic that he reduces our cost of our abilities with his yellow passive. I think it should be fun. Adam's on the chat. Eneos is on the chat. How's it going, guys? Getting some good MPQ in this weekend, I hope, since Friday just kicked off. What do we do here? We want to get green, but I can't pass up this extra move. Well, our alliance is doing pretty good so far. How's yours going? And Adam is in one of our, one of our Medusa alliances as well. And man, we split out on day one. We split out 1 scout to each one of the nodes. And as it turned out, it cost us a little bit in the rewards. But, we learned a lot how to do it. So in day 2, we're totally going to get both of the legendary tokens. Haven't done it yet. I'm the one that hasn't cleared my side of things yet, so people are probably, come on, Rick, let's go. Just like you guys. Haven't cleared it yet. And then it's funny, with yesterday's clears, I didn't get them done until the morning before the reset by about an hour ahead, so they're probably sick of me by now. So Star-Lord's played his passive ability. That reduces the cost of our active abilities. We just got to find some green matches here so we can get rolling on this. I don't want to take anybody out too quickly because I really want to see Drax add his damage on top of the countdowns that we're going to get from Sentry. Now Star-Lord's adding the countdown, and every time these go off, you'll earn random AP when they go off, and Drax automatically adds his damage to those. So that's all automatic passive damage. It's really pretty good. And I'm not going to be able to stop that. These guys keep playing countdowns, and we're going to keep getting more of ours played on the board. Watch the Drax damage. 1,000 damage on top of every countdown that expires. Eneos, well, let me know how your alliance is doing, and if you get to a point where, you're doing too much work compared to what everybody else can do, we've got a family of alliances that can suit you up. Just, I'll help you out. Let Adam know how his experience has been, aside from my bias, see if we're treating him right. Oh, it's a fun group of guys. We give people a lot of trouble. And as long as you can have fun with people, it's a great family. Absolutely. Okay, we've got a 4-shot of green. That's definitely going to get... I better play Sentry's strike tile right now. It'll go on the 1 open yellow tile on the board. Perfect. We'll hit this guy with the green shot there. Now I think we're going to be able to get the World Rupture to go and win with it. That would be great. We can also play, getting a lot of damage from Star-Lord's countdowns, we can also play Drax's purple ability, where he creates a strike tile depending on the strength is determined by how many countdowns are on the board. Look at how many countdowns are out there now with this World Rupture. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and play Secret Weapon. And there it is down at the bottom. So that thing means we have over 1,803 total strike tile damage on the board with this 3 and 4 star team. This is pretty crazy. Let's move over to this Dawn, and I want to separate those reds so they don't get a match 4. Let's do this. Oh, great. I was hoping not to lose a bunch of those tiles, but it looks like we're going to lose a few countdowns here. Adam, they give you a lot of trouble, but it's super all in fun, and I hope you know that, and you are not the only one, and I hope you give it right back. Here we go with the World Rupture, guys. This is going to do it. We lost a bunch of countdowns, but I don't think it's going to matter a whole lot. Last move. Oh, there's still a count. There's still a turn 2. Oh, wow. We're doing too much damage, I think. Luke Cage, get your projectile out there. This is taking forever. Adam gets frustrated because I hardly find the time to jump in the chat in our line chat. If I'm playing the game, I'm playing the game usually. Here we go. Finally, World Rupture time. If they ever quit playing abilities against us, this will work. And go. It's team damage plus extra damage to the target up front. 3 enemy knockout would have been 6. Awesome. Take that sentry cover. Any level you get on him is good since he earns you Moon Knight covers as a 4-star along his champion progress. Let's get into the Behemoth Burrito. And it's Goddess of Thunder, 4-star Thor. So we'll play with just her abilities. She is great to play with Iron Man Model 40 because you play his yellow once and then you've got so much red and blue AP for Goddess Thor. She really does a great job with that set, but we're going to stick to our plan and try to get through only playing her abilities alone. I know there's a match 4 in black, but let's start things off with purple and blue. We got to keep our colors matched off the board because if we don't, the hood will steal them from us. If there's more than 9 of a color on the board, he'll steal it from you every turn. Till we knock him out anyway. So Adam, who are you asking about? Does 4-star Thor work better than Ironheart? If that's the case, I think it's gonna depend a lot for a red-blue user combo like you're talking about. Thor here really works well with charge tile users. If you have someone that makes the tiles charge on the board, she definitely adds a ton of damage to her red, and it would be stronger than Ironheart on a single target damage. But when there's one enemy left, I think Ironheart's red will probably do more damage than Thor usually. It depends. If you have 20 charge tiles on the board, I don't think any red ability in the 4-star tier will do more damage. It's huge, but it's absolutely dependent on the number of charge tiles that you have out. Lucky extra move drop there. Here we go. Trying to get blue matches, there's just nothing. When you're playing Goddess Thor, you really want to start with her blue and then her red. If you have enough yellow built up, then that's great, because that also creates charge tiles. If the enemy has special tiles out, it'll convert them into charge tiles. A lot of people forget about that. And also with 4-star Thor, if you have her yellow set at cover level 5, which nobody does, but if you have her set at 5, it does overwrite enemy countdowns. A lot of people forget about that side of things, but to take her yellow to 4, or to cover level 5, you'd have to reduce her red or blue, and I don't think I want to do that. There's just no blue out here, but we've got so much red. I think here's what we're going to do. We've got one blue match, but it won't quite be enough. So let's do this. Let's start with, let's hit Storm with a shot of red. We'll smite her just directly. That's enough damage anyway to take her out. That charges tiles on the board. I was hoping it would charge some of this blue. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, so I wanted the blue for the stun, but now got enough to play smite again. Let's just play striking distance for fun, and we'll win it with another smite, doing more damage because of the additional charge tiles on the board. Nice win with Thor only. You know who I like playing with Lady Thor is, you know, a black-green user combo and maybe black-green-purple, like Moon Knight fits that really well. I like him with Lady Thor, and then somebody with an active purple ability is kind of a nice setup. Assuming you can get enough blue to start the charge tile process. Once you fire her blue once, it's just a startup combo that just keeps rolling. Alright, let's take on 4-star Punisher. And does he not even have his black ability? I didn't even notice that until right now. He doesn't even have his black ability in this crash? Okay, well, I'll take it. I just champed Howard the Duck the other day. He's a little bit injured because I used him in PvP for a shield hop right before starting this, but we're going to get into this even the way he is. As long as we can get enough purple to go invisible and do our damage every turn, I think we're going to be fine. I thought we had to be worried about keeping Punisher away from black, but he'll get match damage from black, but no ability, so just blue and green. We're also going to try to collect blue and green, so he shouldn't be worried about taking our purple away. So let's just focus on blue for right now, since there's no real green matches out here. 12 purple's a little expensive, but once you get it, you should be able to keep Howard the Duck invisible for the rest of the match, because at cover level 5 he creates 5 invisibility tiles. It's just a huge number. Yeah, there's his black. It does good match damage because that's his top color, but it's not going to build up an ability, so I think what I'll try to do is keep our matches to the top for the most part until he sets us up with something. There we go. Match 4 in purple's really good. Maybe we'll get a blue to drop in right in that spot from this match. Nope. He's got his blue ready to fire. I've now got mine. I'll let him go ahead with his. It'll create some strike tiles, but now that we have our blue ready to go, or do we need one more? We need one more. That's right. Got it here. Our ability will not only take away enemy special tiles, but it's a good stun. I have it set at cover level 4. So maybe, let's see, do I want to stun him now? I want to stun him when I can get... Oh man, now's a perfect moment because we have a team up match that drops a 4-shot of green. Let's do it. So the strike tiles are removed, basically moving back to basic tiles. Big match here. Seems like whenever I do a match 4, I usually leave the enemy with a really good match afterwards. So when you have him stunned, that sets you up to get out of trouble. Let's play Duck Duck Loose. I didn't make sure there was 5 purple tiles on the board. Good thing there usually is, but you could get surprised if there's not 5 out there. Look at this damage every turn. 1,600, depending on how many invisibility tiles you have anyway. Let's see, I don't want to do this black match because it'll make our purple matchable. Not that he should go for purple. Man, this is going to be good. Well, I don't want to lose invisibility tiles, but a match 4 in purple will hit pretty hard. Okay, what do we do? Get more blue here. There we go. Duck luck loose. A couple more turns of that will win. Let's go ahead and stun him again. We got enough blue. We get our green and yellow double match here, and we got the finisher lined up maybe with this green. Let's see if we can drop more green tiles into the board, because green does more damage for the number that are out there. Oh, we didn't get a chance to play it, Rick. You got to watch his health. I was going to make that the finishing move, and then we lost it. But that was a nice, easy win for Howard the Duck, and we get the fan favorites legendary recruit token, and we will pull that later when we do our token run. Don't let me skip past that section. All right, good run through there. Let's get into the places of power. I know you guys are in it as well, but some of you watching this may not have got a chance to see how strong the enemies are in the deadly node. I've only done one clear on most of the nodes, and they get a little bit stronger and harder each time, so they're not going to be too deadly at this point, but we'll take it on here. What I think is kind of fun is I like wave nodes. There's a lot of teams that do really good with wave nodes. They get stronger as you play them. Let's put in a couple of the boosted characters, and I'll show you one to start with that's kind of fun here. I've got a couple of covers on Kitty Pryde, and she will increase your special tile values and make them a little bit stronger. So Hawkeye can create special tiles with his purple, and then after a couple plays of his blue. And then let's get in a, let's see, that's red, yellow, purple, blue, and then black and green. Moon Knight's probably a good black and green for this moment here. I could go with a Thanos, but that might be a little overkill. Let's do this to start things out. Yeah, man, as far as, you know, Howard the Duck compares to Devil Dino, in my opinion, there is no comparison. Howard is not a bad 4-star in general. I think, you know, his stun's good, his green ability is good at, it doesn't do a huge amount of damage, but it takes away green tiles off the board from the enemy, and that can be very useful, you know, and also gets damage from that. And his purple is just killer. In his PvP right now, I know some of you guys are like, man, this is just a rough PvP, because if you're not careful, Howard goes invisible against you, man, you are in big trouble, because you just can't get him all matched away. It's really hard to stay on top of those invisibility tiles, plus the auto damage every turn. And if you have, I had a lot of fun playing with Okoye on my team, and she adds damage onto his automated damage every single turn. It's crazy. Alright, we got 2 extra moves in a row. This will knock this guy out of here. So what I wanted to do with Kitty was wanted to get a little more purple played. Let's get our blue out here. And the third time we play blue, we'll get strike tiles that stay on the board. So, but I'm a little bit afraid of our countdowns, because the swarm ability that destroys tiles every turn can be just absolutely dangerous. We've got a knockout blow ready with Moon Knight, but let's not do that quite yet. Separate that blue so it's unmatchable. There's enough enemy special tiles on the board now, so they're not, once they have that, they don't do their swarm ability any longer, so I guess we'll just leave it. And I like playing Hawkeye against these Ultron Sentries, because every time you match an enemy special, you get a bunch of blue and purple AP for it. We're going to win this match again a little too easily, I think. There's Kitty's Protect tiles. And if we get this electric arrow, oh, that's the charge tiles. We got a ways until we get the, there we go, Sonic arrow is the strike tiles. This guy's knocked out. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this lasts too long. I mean, the second wave will come in here, but we've got our purple ability ready to play from Hot Guy. Here comes a couple of arrows. Alright, now check this out. We have over 3 special tiles on the board, and when you have that, Kitty's passive ability will increase their value every single turn, as long as you have 3 or more. Now, if you have another X-Men on the team, or 4 or more, and if you have an X-Men on the team, it reduces, it only requires 3 on the board to increase their value every turn. So watch this at the beginning of the turn. She picks a bunch of specials to increase their value. So there's only 2 open red tiles at this moment. I want to get another couple reds available, and we'll play Hot Guy's red ability, or his purple ability. Oh man, if I would have known Ultron was ready to do that, I could have played Kitty's red ability. So let's see, there you got 7 red. Let's take a quick look at Ultron and make sure, does it cost 7 or 8 for his team damage ability? It does cost 7. Perfect. Alright, so let's get red qualified here. This will be kind of cool. Wanted to beat that with the energy beam. I need him to get 7 more red. See, if we get hit by the energy beam, that means each one of our team members takes a little bit of damage, and when you have Kitty's red ability, practiced offense, on the board, every time one of your teammates takes damage from an ability, then she'll put attack tiles on the board for each ally. So that would be 9 strong attack tiles when that happens. So I'm going to try to let him get red and then play that ability quick before we win. There goes our protect tiles, though. I need him to match red. Oh man, look at that damage. Wow. Well, once again, some of these guys just run a little too good. Well, let's start to end this then, I guess. Let's play Because Boomerangs. It's a fun ability. Pretty strong strike tiles, and then after 2 turns, Hawkeye will remove a couple of them and do damage for it. But now with these additional strike tiles, Kitty's going to improve even more of them. And this thing's about over, and I do want to win with the Moon Knight. I call it his left hook because it's such an awesome knockout ability. This might do it. So you guys are asking on what's his build? You mean the Howard the Duck? So I didn't explain that very well. The build I run Howard at is 4 blue, 4 green, 5 purple. And the reason for 4 blue, you could go to 5 blue if you want. It stuns for 3 turns instead of 2. I think a 2-turn stun is usually plenty. Depends, of course, on a lot of different things. But at 4 covers in blue, he also removes countdowns on top of enemy specials. At 3 covers in blue, it doesn't remove countdowns. So I thought, well, I'm going to go with 4 blue and then make the rest work. So then I just defaulted to 4 in green. 5 in purple for me, just that 1600 damage at the beginning of every turn is just crazy. Alright, let's just roll on here. I didn't get my Moon Knight knockout. Let's stick with the same team here and go for that and try to get our red ability played if we can. So this guy will knock out first. Extra move in blue, we get it. Look at that. They took a different match 4. Okay. Let's try to get everything handled this time. Hawkeye's so great. We have 0 blue right now. We match an enemy special and we jump up to 2 blue, 1 purple. It's just because. It's so great. And these guys aren't going to be short on enemy specials. And we will get into an Okoye Craven matchup with when we're against a bunch of Ultron Sentries. That's tons of fun, since Craven does damage every turn when there's enough enemy specials on the board. Okoye just adds to that damage every turn. It's crazy. Fun. I like this event for a couple specific reasons, and people are going back and forth. Some say it's boring, but the rewards are super good, and in my opinion, I love this event because I don't have to sit and grind like PvE for time frame. Not everybody has to play PvE for a deadline of a time frame, but with my alliance setup, we're pretty competitive in PvE, so you have to play for as much speed as you could possibly get to place high. And so while that can be fun, it gets to be grueling after a while. So we've got our knockout blow ready on Moon Knight. Let's go ahead and just take out Magneto. Since it's a knockout blow, that means Moon Knight heals for it. Love that. Let's move over and start hitting this guy still. Blue match with a blue enemy special means a lot more blue. Okay, so I actually need that guy to be in the match for his countdowns to go off to cause damage to us. Trying to just go through a couple of cool setups here, guys. Not playing for efficiency, trying to get some specific abilities played that I don't get to do every day. Alright, so, man, I can't pass up an extra move no matter what. And another one. That's just about a knockout. Let's see. Let's go a little bit softer now here. Maybe. Maybe not. Kitty's pretty fun. I don't have her purple ability yet. I really want it, but now we know the contents of the characters that are going to be in the special store when 5-star Cable is released. We didn't know them before, and now we do. So if I don't want to spoil it for people who don't want to know, but guys, I'll put it in the chat later if you haven't heard yet, if that helps you decide anything. Let's see, can we keep these guys alive long enough? I don't even think we can. I think we're going to win here too easily. I wanted to get hit by a countdown so we could get the practiced offense to kick in. We'll play it. But we won't be able to take enough damage to make it matter, and that's an easy win. Okay, well, we'll switch teams up a little bit. I think you guys get the concept of playing Kitty along with people who make special tiles. The other side of it is Moon Knight's purple ability, his passive, is a lot of fun. You don't know which of the 3 passive abilities you're going to get until the match has started, but 2 of his passives add special tiles to the board, whether you match green or black. You can either get strike tiles or attack tiles, so it's kind of fun mix up with him. Let's get into, these guys are just going to create countdowns and nothing special, so let's back things up here a little bit, and let's go for a speed clear. We'll go with America, we'll go with Rocket and Groot, and I don't think Infinity War Spider-Man will add too much to this, except for an active red ability. But if we jump ahead on AP compared to these guys, America will finish things off quickly. Man, that countdown tile is part of a support, but I'm going to break it. It won't do that much damage anyway. I'd rather jump ahead with this match 4. So we're going to be ahead of AP as soon as this, I think. Oh yeah, look at those knockouts flying through. This should be it. Right here. That was fast. That's what you want in normal PvE setup. Oh, you guys will see Kraven here in a little bit. It'll be funny. If you haven't seen him play against Ultron sentries yet, I think this will do it. Ultron and Magneto and his sentries, I think they're in this node. So let's do this. I think this will be a fun one. We'll bring in Okoye and somebody minor that doesn't affect the match too much. Maybe, but but I want to stick with boosted characters for a little bit. Maybe Thor, just because. And then we'll go down over here to Kraven. And this will be pretty funny. Okay. Kraven has a black and blue ability. Thor has other colors. Kind of overlaps with Okoye in yellow and red, of course, but not green. Here we go. So let's take on Magneto first, and I want to let him get his yellow, and he'll play projectiles on the board. And once those projectiles are out, maybe I should just hit Ragnarok and keep him healthy. And then once those projectiles are out on the board, Ultron will, his passive ability will multiply them, and Kraven will start to go a little nuts. It's funny, I think. Adam, you know, you're asking, is Deadly like CL9? I think it's pretty close to that. It's kind of a mix of CL8 and CL9 to me. It does have a 5-star essential node, and that's going to be pretty tough when we get into it. We will get into that. I've got a champion Thanos, and if you haven't seen a boosted champ Thanos yet, here's Coercive Field, guys. This is going to be the start of the action. And we have 7 team-up tiles, so watch this. Kraven does damage anytime the enemy team has more than 4 special tiles on the board, and reduces their value, and does damage for that. Watch this damage here at the beginning of our turn. Ready, go. Over 14,000 damage. Kraven does about 1,000, so it's a really good move, and Okoye just adds to it tremendously, and that's why it's just kind of fun to play match so much differently than normal, where you want them to get special tiles against you as opposed to trying to keep them away from playing abilities. It's nice to once in a while let them defeat themselves, and these sentries are just going to keep adding specials to the board. Might need to one-shot Red Hulk here, though. He's going to be dangerous. Let's move over to him. We'll go ahead and play Piercing Throw, or, well, we'll heal Okoye first, and then we'll play Piercing Throw. The strongest color on the board is red, so we'll throw her arrow through the most red. I guess there's only a spot with 2. Does more damage if there's 3 or 4 of the strongest color, and that's a knockout one-shot of Red Hulk, so he can quit causing us so much trouble. And let's see, let's take on the guy that's going to create a lot of critical tiles. I don't want to deal with him. The auto damage from Kraven Okoye is just too fun to pass up. I love that there's no timers on this event, and you can go through at your own pace and have fun with different teams. And if you lose, yeah, you know, you can heal, try again, wait till you heal up, try again, whatever. No big deal. Alright, let's see, is this the next node? Couple of sentries plus Hood. Should we switch it up, or should we play this team again? Let's just take out Thor, and for somebody else, maybe we'll get Rogue in here. Let's just try Kamala for one. So Adam, you're asking about if you should level up your Okoye, and I definitely think you should, but the actual level you go to is so important so that you don't get yourself into trouble with how highly leveled she is compared to your 4-stars when they're boosted. So look at your main 4-stars, Adam, and note the level. Like you're asking, should you take her up over 400? I don't think you should go up over 400. I think you should stay in the high 300s, and if you're at like 350 or so now, and I think Eneos might be agreeing, you definitely don't want to take them higher than your boosted 4-star level. So if your 4 stars are boosted to like level 378, 385, or whatever they're boosted up to, stay under that, because the difficulty, the matchmaking, MMR sets you against teams that have for the most part, the similar roster strength as you. It's not exact, it's not perfect, and then sometimes you break out of MMR and the matchmaking goes a little weird. But for the most part, keep her under, a little bit under where your other 4 stars are boosted up to. Then you'll be against 4-star teams still. If you raise her too high, you're going to be against too many 5 stars, and you're going to have not very much fun. Alright, so Okoye and Craven are going a little bit to town here. They've got the enemy specials on the board, and this should be a win. Pretty big action and damage from tough guy in a loincloth, but I'll take it. Alright, we're into another wave node. I think it's time to get into... we'll keep Okoye in for fun. She makes things pretty efficient. We're not going to use 5-star Thanos yet, but I think let's get into some fun with 3-star Thanos. We'll keep Okoye in because she adds damage on top of Court Death. And let's see if we can get Iron Spidey a little bit of action. Maybe he can do a knockout blow by the end here. I will use Rogue in the next match, guys. Since this is a wave node, I think we'll save her for the next fight. Okay, so let's see. I want to take on let's take on this guy first. So let's see. Jumping out to red is probably good. We'll try to take out the big guy with a the arachnid punch, or whatever you call it. Help me with the names, guys. I always call them their blue. We'll play Spidey's red. We'll play whoever's black. That's how I refer to ability descriptions usually. I pretty much have every character memorized. This would be a big hit. Watch this. 11,400 health. Boom. 15,750 from the champ. Okoye damage, and Court Death takes almost everybody out. Once again, this team wins just too fast to do what I wanted to do. We'll have to try our best to get our red and green AP ready for Iron Spider here before we win too quickly. I don't see any red matches. Let's take out Mystique's countdown, because if that's on the board, every match we make, she steals 1 AP from it. Need to get a little bit of blue because it's the only color besides green that Spidey tanks, and we got to have some web tiles on the board to add damage to his red when we do play it. We've got his red qualified. I want to try to get green, and then, oh wow, look at this. Knockout, Court Death coming. We have 5 team up, so that's going to add in and do a whole lot of damage on top of the normal Court Death damage. It's a little overpowered if you ask me, but no one's going to complain in my camp. But out of fairness, you know, want to keep the game kind of balanced if we can. Let's take out Mystique here, and then we'll work on Ultron next. Gonna have a Court Death. Oh, it was too much, and we didn't get Spidey's one-shot in. Can you believe that? Oh, Rick, come on. Okoye is just too good. Might have to sit her out and play the other characters. Oh, Adam's gonna give me trouble over that mispronunciation of a couple powers. I tried it and I mispronounced it on Black Bolt's green, didn't I? That was funny. Alright, so let's get Rogue into a battle here, and sorry, I need to catch up on chat a little bit, guys. I think you get it with Okoye. She's awesome, no question about it. Let's bring in Rogue. Guess what? She's awesome. Boosted up to level 447. She's my highest level 4-star, so she's got almost 60, 61,200 health. Pretty crazy. Who could we mix her with? Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I think one of these guys has the strongest color in green. So what we can do is use Rogue's Gloves Off ability, which becomes Power Siphon, and then we'll use that to build up green for Moon Knight's Moon Silver Blades. And let's take Thanos out here, and I think we can play with Deadpool for purple. Who are we missing? I think we've played most of the boosted characters. This will be a fine team. Ghost is a good request. Ineos, I will get her into the next fight. I have not played her enough since champing, and I've been wanting to do that. Great suggestion. And she's got a red and purple active ability, so I think our teams will work out pretty well for who we need to pair her with. Alright, the enemy team doesn't match red, so we shouldn't have to rush toward getting red matches. Shouldn't. Every time the enemy team matches Rogue's colors, yellow, red, or green, she'll step in front and reduce that match damage really well. And she also, if she's in front, reduces the damage from abilities. Red lines up a black match. We'll see if they take it. Very cool. I want that black match, but I can't pass up a red 4. Hood should go out right about the next turn. And of course we give him the black. Alright, well there's another green. One more green match, and we can play Gloves Off. Let's see. Yep, his strongest color is green. Perfect, that's what we want. And his strongest color is blue, so we might as well work on this guy. Not seeing any really good matches right now. Adam, with Okoye, who said you need Thanos 5-star? Well, the 5-star Thanos stuns her before she could possibly add damage to it, so the 3-star Thanos works better with Okoye, honestly. And, surprisingly. Alright, we got our... Oh, that's right. He took our green match. Why would he take my green match? Alright. Wanted to play Gloves Off here quick. There we go. Extra move that gets our green match. This is a pretty good setup here. Wow, that's a lot of damage for a boosted 4-star. Okay, so let's play Gloves Off here. That'll Power Siphon their green ability. That means every time we match green, we get extra damage for it, and we build up double AP for the match. Let's knock this guy out. There's no green matches available. Let's go ahead and knock him out with the Fist of Khonshu. Heal up Moon Knight a little bit. And we'll see if we can get green matches enough here to... I'm just trying to collect green. We're up to 10 now. Oh yeah, you know what? We're going to Power Siphon if we get another green match, aren't we? Because another match would give us 6 AP to be a little bit more than we want. That's alright. Power Siphon's a great ability to win with if we can. It does self-damage to Rogue, but if it's the winning hit, the match is over before she can even take the self-damage. Kind of a cool little flaw or trick, I guess. Maybe we better just take this guy out. I don't think we're going to get our green in time. Of course not. Why would the plan work? There's our green, and of course the match is over. Well, oh well. We would have been able to play Moon Knight's green ability or have the Power Siphon damage go off. Couple more battles here, guys, and then we'll wrap this video up, and then I'll just take a short break and then be back on to do a whole bunch of tokens. We've got a stack of anniversary tokens, a whole 30 plus lineup of heroics and others. Let's see, so we've got the final node. Let's not even do that one to save time. Let's get into the essentials. Gray Suit Black Widow. Let's get into a fight with her. She specializes in red, purple, and green. I think this would be a good match to bring in Ghost for sort of be red and purple with Ghost. That'll be kind of challenging, and then we'll have to really think about our other character. I went too far. How do I do that every time? Right there. Okay, and she also has a passive blue ability, so she can tank blue if we want. We can try to get enough green for Black Widow, although that'll be tough. And so we don't have a yellow or active blue ability user. How about we go with, let me think. Wasp does big match damage, but she won't add a whole lot of other stuff to the fight, and she also has a black ability. Let's go. So the point here certainly is going to be try to get purple, and we'll try to make Ghost the feature here, so we'll try to get her purple ability played to go invisible into her phase mode. And what's great about Ghost, hers are, wow, was that a knockout? What? Oh boy, maybe I shouldn't have brought along a 5-star. I'm too used to doing that. So we'll make bad moves, give them match 4s against us, and try to stay in this fight. Come on, Rick, get your act together. Red Hulk is seeing a whole lot of red after that. We might have to go straight into the next battle after this in case we don't get our goals met. There's hardly any red on the board because his countdowns remove them. Yep, I think Wasp was a bad decision. We'll just get this win here and go right into the next match and try to make something happen with Ghost next. You know what Wasp is really good at, though, guys? Taking damage when you have Thanos or somebody else in the match. That's what she's good at. Alright, well, we'll go ahead and play Supply Run. This is the invisibility ability, and you see it created 2 different invisibility tiles. You don't know what color they're going to be on. It's nice that they're toward the bottom, and whenever you play a Ghost ability, whether it's red or purple, she will also create this countdown power cycle where her match damage is back to normal while it's on the board, but when it resolves, you earn a bunch of red AP for it. So, let's try to get that to resolve before this is over. You better not break my tiles. Good. Unstoppable Crash finds a way to destroy your tiles way too often. Okay, one more turn and then we'll get our red, and we probably will be able to win with the final blow from her red ability. It hits really hard when she's invisible. There's the power cycle coming through. We earned a bunch of red. Now let's look at this. Unfazed. Deals 4,000 damage normally, but 10,100 damage when she is invisible. We'll look at Juggernaut. Let's just do a match. Ghost's matched. Oh, look out. Oh, good. He didn't break our other invisibility tile. That's what I was worried about. Ghost's match damage is at 300% when under normal conditions. So check this out. She has near 5-star match damage. 340 on purple is crazy. And that's from the beginning. You don't have to do anything until you play an ability and that countdown tile is out. That's when it returns to normal match damage. Well, let's go ahead and win it here with Unfazed. Good. We turned the match around and got a end result that we were looking for. Excellent. 5-star Rogue. I've been saying from the beginning, Eneos, that Rogue and, you know, other characters like Carol and even America Chavez, they're basically 4.5 stars or higher. It's crazy. Rogues, though, her health pool is so big, especially when she mitigates all that damage as part of her ability set. It's just pretty crazy. Alright, so we already beat the Black Widow node. Let's go into the Nebula node. Here we go. So my Nebula is not leveled up very much, although she's boosted in the event. We're against 3 goons. I think we can make this work. Let's focus on her abilities. She has a blue repeater tile and a pretty good green and red combo. So we need yellow, purple, and black to round out the color set. Let's not use a 5-star in case that would make this match take, you know, go a little too quickly. Yellow, purple, and black. Kamala will be a good one here for yellow and purple. And let's just get a simple black user. Let's grab Hot Guy again. His black is just a heal. And here we go. This should be a little bit of a challenge. Maybe. We're going to try our best to get all abilities played from Nebula. Let's go for green. So Nebula's kind of a cool setup. I don't think she does a lot of damage compared to what I would have preferred. But I only have 1 cover in blue, so far obviously that's not fair to judge too much by that yet. And alright, we've got our blue qualified, so now we can play Nebula's repeater tile. It creates a strike tile and it heals her every 3 turns, so warped enhancements. Really cool looking. Yeah, cool looking animation there. Let's do, trying to get a green match lined up. This will line up a green. And we better take red first so we don't misalign it. Okay, excellent. We got another lucky drop on red. So we have red ready to play. But here's the thing with Nebula. Grim Efficiency is a direct damage ability, but then it also creates attack tiles depending on how many specials are on the board. And it doesn't say friendly specials, it just means overall. So if the enemy team creates specials, she'll get a little bit more out of this. So but let's, we need to try to get our green up. Or is this the one that's based on how much green AP you have? Sorry, I might have been confusing her a little bit with Dazzler. Deals damage and creates 2 strength, 149 red attack tiles for each of 3 green AP that you have. Right, so we want to get up to at least 9 green before we play that ability. That's right. If possible. Shadow Knives actually reduces our AP, so I need to really watch those countdowns. That's pretty bad. We lost a whole bunch of green there. The other thing that a lot of players don't like is, see, we have enough blue to play Nebula's blue again, but warped enhancements can't be played if there's already one of her repeaters out there. I think that's kind of a restriction that's a little unnecessary. I don't know why it would be a bad thing to be able to play 2 of her repeater tiles. Yep, so we're losing our green here. I might have to just play her red on the very next green match. When we have 6 or more, it might be just enough to do it. Let's move over to this guy. Okay, so let's play Grim Efficiency. This it does direct damage, plus we get attack tiles. And once we get our green, it's a team damage ability. It's a really pretty decent one. Let's see, break that countdown with this line break here, and we're going to get just enough green from this critical match. So now that we have Galactic Rage built up, it's really pretty awesome. This does team damage depending on how many how many enemy specials are on the board. This should be a pretty good near knockout blow. Let's go. 4,400 team damage at this level is really pretty good. I like it. We could have used Kamala's purple to build up green for Nebula, and that was part of my earlier thinking, and then I forgot during the match. But we'll take the win. We didn't hardly lose any health, and that is great. We'll finish out this video on the next match, and then we'll take a small break and come back and do our token run. But this fight is going to be with 5-star Thanos in the essential node for him. Thanos the Mad Titan for 500 points against pretty tough opponents. And so for this matchup, I think what I'll do is bring along a couple of pretty big characters. Daredevil can take the damage, and so can Rogue because she has enough health. And Court Death does, wait till you see how much damage he does to our own team on top of what the enemy takes. This guy will just wipe out your own team completely. So, oh man, what a good move. We start with the red match here that drops red and green above, if not more. So we are already going to knock out the Hood in this match. We'll do Thanos purple here. It's going to knock him out, and it'll do Court Death damage to the other two enemies in the match. Watch this, and check out how much damage we take as well. Yeah, it's over. The 5-star node. So Adam, to your question, is this a lot like clearance level 9? Even though this is called deadly, I think it's easier than clearance level 9. The 5-star essential node is really, really pretty hard. And that was pretty easy. So that was more like a mix between clearance level 8 and 9. And guys, I think we're going to end the stream there with that win. That's a great job. Before we go off, I'll just show you a quick overview of what we have in tokens to pull, and then we'll end it there. We've got a stack of elites, we got a whole bunch of standards. I don't think we're going to go through all those, maybe most of them, and 31 heroics. We're building up our latest legends to 78, and we'll have more because I'm going to champ 3 different 3-stars on the next video. We're up over 2,800 command points. We got a super support token that we qualified from the Taskmaster's special store, and this is guaranteed to be a tier 2 or tier 3 and higher support token. So we'll pull that one here. 1 in 3 chance at a tier 3, so that's pretty good odds. See what we get there. We got our fan favorite token to pull. Don't let me go past that. And we're going to do something special on the Taskmaster and Foes Vault. Bunch of anniversary tokens to pull, 10 and a 10-pack. We'll wait on the Taco Vaults, and then Places of Power, we'll just get a one-shot and go with it. So let's end it there, guys. Thanks so much for watching the stream. We'll be back for part 2. But if you're catching this on video on YouTube, thank you very much. Please like and follow us there. And if you need more MPQ on YouTube, hit up Mr. MPQ and Artem. If you're hanging out on Twitch, thank you very much. Normally you can catch Eneos04, Adam0519, Kill Power, and Kevin 8-Bit Forever on Twitch all the time. They do an excellent job. We'll take a small break, less than 5 minutes, and we'll be back to do all those tokens and more. And you can just hang in the chat, guys. Thank you very much. Be right back.